All right, I've been talking about it forever. These are jackpots. I apologize for the crappy picture. It's an old newspaper clipping, so. But this is how to make them. I'm going to go through the ingredients in a moment, and I will show the ingredients list here on screen now. And now I have all the stuff out. So, what you're going to need is, as I said, I'm doing double the recipe, so fair warning. Normally it's 1 pound of ground beef. Of course, here I have 2. Some of that, because I'm going to keep butchering the name, Worcestershire, whatever. Brown sugar. I forgot to buy fresh onion, so I'm just going to use minced onion. Onion should be fine. And some ketchup. Oh, and I almost forgot. You grab it. Cheddar cheese. Almost forgot that part. So, what you need in terms of cooking utensils: a bowl, a frying pan, and a muffin tray. That easy. So, let me get to step 1. All right, better lighting now. I turned my stove light on. First is just to cook the ground beef up. Now, you can season it if you want. I recommend going easy on it. You are going to put this in a sauce, so it's not going to matter too much. But, you know, a little salt, a little pepper, a little dash of, you know, whatever might not hurt it. You like seasoned salt or something to give it a good flavor. But don't go crazy putting, you know, lemon pepper or whatever in there. You're just going to mask it anyways, and it's going to interfere with your other flavor. So, I'm going to cook this, and then we'll be right back. Getting close to being done cooking the hamburger. Literally just chopped it up, let it cook up into kind of a, I think like sausage crumble, but it's beef. Just literally cook it up like this. There's not much more to it than that. Just keep breaking up the chunks and keep checking them until you have no more raw chunks of meat in there. And when it's all cooked, I'll show you the next step. All right, working with a different angle here so you guys can see me work. And since I'm doing a double batch, we're going to do double what the recipe says, which is going to be 4 tablespoons of brown sugar. I just get them close. If it's a little extra, it's not going to hurt. So that's 2, 3. If I can get it out of the measuring thing. And 4. Get out of there. Okay. Then we need, normally it is a ½ a cup of ketchup. So of course, doubling that will be 2. I forgot I didn't actually open this ketchup yet. So, I know it seems like a lot of ketchup, but trust me, it works. That's a ½ a cup-ish. Yeah, just get it close. I've found in cooking, as long as you're close, it don't matter too much. Alright, so that is a cup of ketchup. And this is probably the most Midwestern thing you guys have ever seen. Alright, I'm going to pause, and I'll be back in a second again. Alright, I had to take a quick second because the burger needed stirred. It's pretty much cooked now. I've just got it simmering on low heat to keep it warm. So, next up I'm going to add the Worcestershire, I think is how you say it. Normally it's a teaspoon and a half. I'm using 3 teaspoons or 1 tablespoon because, of course, I'm doubling the recipe. I want more of this. So just take and pour that in there. And then we're going to give it a good old-fashioned mix. So normally you would add a tinge of mustard if you like mustard. Personally, I do not, so I'm skipping that step. Again, great part about recipes. You get to make up what you want in them and what you don't. So I'm going to give this a mix and show you guys what it looks like. Alright, I've pretty much got it mixed up now. It just kind of looks like darker, thicker ketchup is pretty much all it looks like. And what we're going to do is pour this into the thing of cooked hamburger after we drain off the excess water that's in it. And mix it all together. Like I said, just kind of like a big sloppy Joe mix. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. As you can see over here, we do have the hamburger is done. Looks pretty good. I'm going to go drain the excess little bit of water off in the bottom there you can see, and we're going to get to mix it. Alright, grease is drained off. I don't know why I called it water in the last clip, but the grease is drained off, so we're just going to pour this right in over the meat. I'm going to get a spatula, of course, and scrape the rest of that out and mix it all together here. So let's see what that looks like. And what you end up with is this. Like I said, kind of like a sloppy Joe. It's very, very tasty. It's very sweet and savory at the same time. Now, let's get on to part 2 of this recipe. The cupcake tray. First thing to do is to hit your pan with some nonstick. Now, if you're smart, you buy the spray that you can just spray and make your pan nonstick. I didn't do that. I forgot. So instead, I had to use butter and do it by hand. Not faster, not easier, don't recommend. But now what we're going to do is take a can of biscuits and put them in that pan and make them into little bowls. So let me show you how. Alright, what I have are some Pillsbury Grams. You can use anything. I just wanted the ones that had the butter, because holy snot are these things good. So we're going to open these up by, of course, tearing it open and whacking it on the side of the counter really hard. And no, I'm not kidding. Noise warning. That got her. Split her right open. Alright, so what we're going to do, and yes, I've washed my hands, we are going to take a biscuit, smash it between, just kind of like flatten it out. These take a second. If you're fancy, you can get it with a rolling pin or on a cutting board or whatever. I'm old school. I just like doing that. And we flatten that biscuit out and we push it down into the muffin pan. Now simply rinse and repeat 12 times, like so. All of those are made into biscuit bowls in the muffin tray, which means now it's time for the fun part as I grab a spoon here off camera. This is where stuff starts coming together, because you take a spoonful of the meat and you just fill up each of your little bowls. Just fill them up as full as they can go. You don't want to have them overflowing, but fill them all up and then kind of go around and top them off as you need. Just like so. You can have them kind of a little bit of a heaping top there. Kind of like this. God, I'm so excited to eat these. And so on and so forth. I won't bore you by doing all of them on camera. You guys get the idea. So, in another second here, I will be back with all of these filled. Nearing the end now. Only one step left, and it's to add some cheese to them. So, let me add some cheddar cheese, and then we're going to be throwing these puppies in the oven. And we are done. Simply all that's left is to make sure we have enough cheese on all of them. A, I missed a little spot there. And then B, we're going to throw these things in the oven for about, what does it say? 10 minutes or so. Basically, we just got to get these biscuits to cook up. And it's going to be at 400 degrees. So, for you guys, it'll be about 10 seconds. For me, I've got to wait an agonizing 10 minutes before I can dig in. But they're pretty much done. Let's see what they look like out of the oven. And I'm proud to present the finished product. I can't talk today. Good grief. But yes, these are Jackpots. And they're just crispy. They're not like, I mean, it's like a biscuit. But holy snot are these things good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some dinner to eat. See you guys on stream in about, an hour and a half.